Hmm. Swung too far south. Found Featherbeard's Hollow. You know, I do like old WoW and um, like all the little like this is just cozy. This is cute. I love it, and I love the boats and like the places you can sit down on them and just the just a bit of world flavor. I just wish there was more reason to have it. You know, like it's nice to have it there, but I wish there was some use to it, like a reason to sit down at like on all those chairs in on those boats in like the one going to Terramore or Darkshore. There's all those chairs in there. There's the captain's room. I wish there was like some utility to it. Like I remember seeing before in another game, I never got to see it, but there was meant to be a player airship. So I'm almost imagining player boat, and you can go in and as the boat's going to different like set hubs, you can sit there and have a chat. That kind just or maybe there's a mini game you can participate in. Something cute, just something of a utility to it. Just I know I just like the idea of there's something cute and cozy about it. It's just got this quaint vibe that I really like, and I just wish there was more of a reason to be there to embrace it. Something to justify it, because I don't see any other reason to it could, anyone would do anything with it. I know it's just something about all that. It's cute. It kind of appeals to me. So like the idea of, player airship. That's good. That's kind of cute. Just lone oar on the mound, but player boat and cabin and places to sit down and it's player housing in a way, guild housing. Um, that little like hut and like just do it like while it's the same as any of the other huts that you find, it's just cute seeing that kind of thing. It makes the world feel more of a world, and I know it just I just like the vibe. Maybe it's because it's classic WoW or pseudo classic WoW, but I know it just feels nice. Just sending a message. So we're going to Ashara, then we're heading to Polaris. Due to the shit Alliance flight paths in Kalimdor, this is going to take a while. That just said 43, didn't it? 8 rep off being honored with thorium, and uh, 486 off next rank of Hydraxian, honored with Hydraxian. The mountain could be going again, actually. No idea. Should be 6 server time, so...
What can I do?
Ugh, crack my jaw. Ugh. Well, I can get why it's the case. It does kind of annoy me that, like, you can do quests in WoW and they're not canon. Like, it's the Horde that cleared out Dar Maul. It's the Horde that dealt with the Court of Stars in... I think it was Court of Stars. Like, in Surmar, it's the Horde that dealt with some of the dungeons in there, while it's the Alliance that dealt with the rest. Just clipping into the table. But, yeah, it's the, like, with Surmar, there's like 3-4 dungeons in there. It's the Alliance that dealt with some, and the Horde dealt with the others. And... yeah, the Alliance dealt with some, and the Horde dealt with others. And... well, canonically, you as an Alliance player can do all the dungeons. You can do all the quests, you can see all the content. And I appreciate that. But at the same time, you end up feeling like, so I didn't actually do anything. I didn't actually do that. Like, the Horde did it, even though I, you know, just finished that quest. It kind of feels kind of shit. To think that, like, yeah, I did that quest, but it doesn't count. So it just feels kind of shit that basically the lore of the game disagrees with what you play in the game. I find that it's actually incredibly frustrating. Like, I don't know how long like, there's 2 versions of it. Rend Blackhand. He dies 2 different ways. One was pinning him sometime in the future. Like, both take place after we as players killed him. He's in Ubers. We kill him before we deal with Molten Core. We kill him a few times before Molten Core. So, but in one of the books, I don't remember when the wiki said it was. Initially I was saying it was 20 years after the fall of Rag, but the thing is, in WoW, that hasn't happened yet. 20, 24, 25 years, that hasn't happened yet. That hasn't happened yet. So, that couldn't have been the case. I sincerely hope that's not the case. So, they changed it so that he was killed after the opening of the gates, after the opening of the Dark Portal. Yeah, cool. Witchcraft. There's something... damn. Green water. Concerning. But, there's something queer down by the moor. But yeah, there's apparently 2 versions of Ren's death. One pinned him at some nebulous time in the future, tied in with Moira contacting the Horde. The other has him killed Or actually, no, maybe he didn't die. But they mention him raiding as far as Grimbatol after the opening of Outland. After the Dark Portals opened. Again, and Burn Crusader
How are
started.
you? Safe.
After the Dark Portals opened, they have... He was apparently still raiding, like, up to Grimbatol. And so I guess he gets killed in Kata. I don't know. Or he's canonically killed off screen by someone else. So, like, we can go kill an enemy in a dungeon, and Blizzard will be like, nah, they never died. Didn't happen. And that's really fucking annoying. It's hard to play a game where what you do in the game is not canon. It's hard to take a game seriously when what you do in the game is not canon. Like I said, there's two versions of Ren's death, and neither take place at the player's hand. One version is because Moira contacted the Horde and got NPCs to kill him. And then the other version, I'm not sure if he even has him die. Here, let me look this up. Okay, Wellpedia. Oh, this is it. In year 25, after the defeat of Ragnaros. Okay, so I read that as 25 years after. Okay, so that's different. So yeah, here they had, in year 25, after defeat of Ragnaros, Moira turned her attention to Dark Horde that occupied Upper Blackrock Spire, and she knew about what they were doing, so her spies made sure the word of that reached Durtar, where the Horde was infuriated. Where champions sent by Troll traveled to the Spire and defeated both the Rend Blackhand and his master Nefarian and Blackwing Lair, taking the head of the dragon with them to Orgrimmar. The following part was made incorrect and non-canon by the third... the third Chronicle volume that confirmed the canon that Dal Rend was that following the invasion of Outland, he was wreaking havoc beyond Grimbatol. After Cataclysm, Dal Rend was targeted by a Creed who sent adventurers to kill him. Okay, so I couldn't remember which one was Chronicle 1 and which one wasn't. So there was three versions. Ultimately, there's three versions of his death. Also, his players going in and killing him. Oh, actually, that would be the Horde champions. So I guess the Horde quest is canon. Okay. I was so caught up on the idea that, like, in one he survived. He survives really long. 2, he survives to Outland. So I was still caught up on the idea it was NPCs that do him in the end. But no, I guess it's Horde heroes, the Horde players, kill him, and Nefarian. So you run Blackwing Lair as an Alliance person, you're technically non-canon. Okay, last take. I keep trying to correct myself, but I keep losing my train of thought and kind of losing my momentum. So, what am I trying to say? I was talking about how WoW's lore is a bit muddled because what you do in the game isn't necessarily canon. Like, as an Alliance player, apparently if you do Ubers or Blackwing Lair, you're not actually doing anything canonical there. Only the Horde have canonically dealt with Ubers and Blackwing Lair. The Horde have credit for killing both Rend and Nefarian. the bit about him, Ren's orcs wreaking havoc beyond Grim Batol, and then the Kata quest to kill Rend, both are non-canon thanks to the Chronicle Volume 3. That decreed that the canon death of him was the Horde champions killing him back in Classic. There is a Horde quest to kill Rend back in Classic, and that's the canon death to Rend Blackhand. So, as an Alliance player, you doing Ubers and Blackwing Lair, non-canon. You do getting the quest in Kata to kill Rend, as there's no Alliance Classic quest for it. You doing the quest in Kata to kill Rend is non-canon. Be it a Horde or Alliance in that case, because he died back during Classic. When I was saying 25 years after Ag, that was me misreading it. In year 25, after defeat of Ragnaros in Molten Core, there should have been a comma there. Basically, the calendar for Warcraft 3, for the Warcraft universe, is centered on the RTS, where the Horde, like in Warcraft 1, that's year 1. Or year 0, I don't know what they start on. But when the Horde invade through the Dark Portal, that's the calendar's start. That was the calendar's start. When the Horde invaded in Warcraft 1, that's the calendar start, and that's what they're trying to say here. Is 25 years after Warcraft 1 was when Ragnaros was defeated in Molten Core, Moira turned her attention to Rend. And that prompted Thrall to... Thrall was infuriated at what Rend was doing, and sent the Horde champions, so presumably the players, to kill Rend and Nefarian. So canonically, that's how they died. So again, while it's not as muddled as I thought it was, and wasn't as batshit as I thought it was, it's still kind of annoying as, like, say, a player that you can do quests in the game and they're not canon. They aren't actually part of the story. Or you can fight enemies that aren't actually meant to have been fought by you. It is a little frustrating. I get why it is like that, because they're trying to have two different storylines together, and for you to be able to participate in the same content. So I can get why it is the way it is, but it's annoying, because then I'm like, okay, so what did I do then? Because I did all this stuff, but apparently I didn't. So it gets a little frustrating. Because not all quests that are available to you are quests that you canonically have done. Or even if the quests aren't available to you, but you rampage through and kill this guy in Ubers, you canonically did not do it. So it starts an itch off. I'm not sure if they were doing it there when I was recording this take, but Lily and Pippa are very excited for their dinners. Cooked dinner, rice and chicken, maybe some veg, I'm not sure. I don't think so. Not today. They've both been feeling kind of sick as of late, or maybe just Lily has. We found sick one night. One morning when Mum got up, she found vomit on the ground. Then Lily got sick again. Then Lily Then Lily got sick. So maybe she got sick both times, or maybe it was one did one, one did the other. But they've been getting like chicken and rice for the last while to make sure they're okay. Be lighter on them, easier on them. So yeah, basically here with Rend, he died in year 25, so in Classic WoW by the Horde's hand, as did Nefarian by the Horde's hand. The old idea in the comics where Varian is the warrior Logosh, that's where they say that he survives past the invasion of Outland to wreak havoc beyond Grim Batol. And then the Kata quest has accreed a red dragon ordering his death and sending adventures of Horde and Alliance to kill him. Those last two bits are non-canon thanks to Chronicle Volume 3. Thing is, the Chronicles have also themselves been retconned, so who knows how long that will last. There's also something else retconned about Rend. Apparently in the Tides of Darkness novel, Doomhammer ordered Rend to gather his army and free the Force Troll warlord Zul'jin from Hillsbrad but that got retconned in Chronicle Volume 2. So that's... And then there's another retcon here about Rend, because in Frozen Throne Campaign 6 of the Human Campaign... Sorry, Frozen Throne Chapter 6 of the Human Campaign, two Blade Masters named Maim and Rend reside in the Orc camp directly south of where the Master of Pain is located. But they were retconned into different characters. So, yeah. Blizz loves their retcons. So, yeah, there's a ton of retcons associated with Rend here. That he survived past the opening of the Dark Portal. That he survived past the opening of the Dark Portal. That he's killed in Kata. That he was ordered to free Zul'jin from the Hillsbrad. And apparently that's a retcon. The Frozen Throne thing was a retcon. So... But I'm not sure I could buy that not being a retcon, because, okay, there's two orcs that are called Maim and Rend. Doesn't necessarily mean they're the same orcs. But then again, Rend and Maim are the same fucking names. Okay, actually... Oh, who knows? I'll leave that opinion up to ye. But, so yeah, the WoW's lore is a bit muddled and is a bit retconned, and what you do in the game may not necessarily be canon, but at least in Ren's case, it's not as bad as I thought it was. Again, I thought they were trying to say that 25 years after Ragnaros was defeated, Rend was finally killed. But that would actually pin it past the War Within. Or at the very least, Dragonflight. So, yeah. Where am I going? This way. My orientation is shite. Okay, I was actually going right. Okay. But yeah. So yeah, it wasn't as cracked as I thought it was, trying to say 25 years after Fall of Ragnaros. It was just going by a different calendar, and I misunderstood the phrasing. In my defense, I think there should have been an extra comma, but still. What's this? Cool. Oh, here it is. But yeah, what am I saying?
It's too far away.
Fuck, what am I trying to say? My mind's just drifting. There's just them being excited for their dinners is a really distracting sound. So yeah, it wasn't trying to say 25 years after Ragnar's defeat, but just in year 25, according to when the orcs first invaded Azeroth. That's the start of the calendar, and that's the start of the calendar, and oh fuck me, that's the start of the calendar, and my mind is blanking. That's the start of the calendar, and so year 25 is Classic WoW. So, according to that lore, Rend would have been killed in Classic WoW, at the very least. Not 25 years after it. Nor did he survive to Outland. He died in Classic WoW. It just, only by the Horde. The Lions had nothing to do with it. So, like, I can get why they have, like, separate things, like, oh, Horde did this, Lions did that. I get why they do it that way, and I can get why they let the Lions participate in it, so you aren't being cut out of content. But it also bugs me when it's like I have no problem saying, like, yeah, Ragefire Caverns, Shadowfang Keep are Horde areas, or Horde quests, or Horde dungeons, stockades, dead mines, or alliance. I've no problem saying that, but when you get into, like, contested area dungeons like Dire Maul and, like, stuff that are neutral areas, it feels weird to say, oh yeah, This is concretely Horde, concretely Alliance. Because I know it just kind of feels shitty to be like, yeah, I ran that dungeon 20 times, but apparently none of that counted. It just feels wrong to me. But I can get why they do it that way, but it just kind of bugs me because, like, I've done so many of these quests. I've done all these quests, all these dungeons, all these raids, but in reality, I've only done a fraction of them in canon. And that bugs me because I want to know, okay, what's my character actually done? What's his story? But apparently his story is very small. Palnai's done all those dungeons, all those quests, but in reality he's just engaging in aggressive stolen valor. So yeah, that kind of sucks. So yeah, basically Rend was killed in Classic by the Horde. There was another version, the Varian Rain comics, that said he survived into Outland, and then was killed in Kata. But that was rendered non-canon by Chronicles Volume 3. Fucking mana burn. They just channeled the mana out of me. Mana drain, I guess. Fucker. But, would pop wings to try and help kill him, but I have no... There we go. I don't have enough mana to do anything with it. Potion. Yeah, drain that, bitch. But, I lost my train of thought there. He distracted me. So yeah. Rend... The Horde have a quest to kill him in Classic, and that's the canon death for him. The Varian Rain comics claimed he survived survived the opening of the Dark Portal, and then there's the quest to kill him in Kata. That and the comic are non-canon. Those bits of the comic are non-canon, as is that quest. The canon quest is the Horde killing him in Classic. The Horde also killed Nefarian. So yeah, it's like, I get why they say, like, oh yeah, Alliance did this, Horde did this. I get why they say that, but it kind of sucks to play that, because it's just like, oh, I've done all these quests, but I actually haven't done them. Like I said, I like to know the story of my characters. You know, like, what has my character gotten up to? What does my character do? You know? And... what my character's done in-game isn't what my characters actually canonically having done. And like I said, like, it's one thing, like, sure, I have no problem saying Shadowfang Keep, Ragefire Caverns, or Horde dungeons. The Stockades, Dead Mines, or Alliance. The Nomergan is an Alliance dungeon. But then when you start talking about, you know, Blackrock Spire, oh yeah, that's a Horde dungeon. It just feels kind of like, yeah, but my characters run it 20 times there, grinding for gear. Yeah, but you never step foot in there. That's kind of shit, you know? Like, you go through all this effort grinding, leveling, or grinding, doing these quests, and you canonically have never been in there. It's kind of shite, you know? Like I said, I like knowing what my character has done, what they've gotten up to. I like to know them. And normally you'd inform that by what you do in the game. But then Blizzard has put out what's the actual canon quests that have been done by each side. Or at least what dungeons and raids you've done. And so you can't decide what your character has done through the game. You have to go by secondary material that they will retcon at a moment's notice. Even these chronicles get retconned at a moment's notice. Or they're put together by people that don't know the WoW lore. And you have to then decide what your character story from those books. It's kind of frustrating. Because like I said, I like to know who my character is and what my character's done through the game, through playing the story. Maybe adding in developer commentary but not that, oh yeah, you never did this, you never did this, you never did this, you never did this, you never did this. Oh, those guys over there did it. You never did this, you never did this, you never did this. That's not that fun, you know? Being told that I'm engaging in aggressive stolen honor by saying I ran Ubers. Or when I go do Blackwing Lair, well, actually, I haven't done Ubers yet either, but anyway, when I go do that or Blackwing Lair, I'm being told I didn't do that either. That's gonna kind of suck too, you know? Sorry, I thought I got called for a second there. I think that was something else. I often mishear things, or just flatly, think I'm hearing something, and I'm not. It's just probably me being a worrywart. But yeah, so yeah, I like to form what I know of my characters through the quests you do, through their story, through what the game you're playing, like actually what you're getting up to in it. So it kind of sucks when the devs then turn around and say like, yeah, you never did that, you never did that. This character over here actually did that, or those players over there did that. You didn't get to. I can get why they do it. So like, there's the Horde storyline, and then there's the Alliance storyline, and they may be taking place in the same world, and you get to do the same content, but you don't get to do the same story. That's fair enough. But it also kind of sucks. At the very least, I suppose the Alliance don't actually have a quest to kill Rend. Only the Horde does. That's something. But we, as an Alliance player, we are still going to Ubers a ton and killing all the bosses there, you know? So it just feels kind of shitty to be told no, you know? I suppose that's one advantage to something like FF14, where there isn't that faction war, so there's no need for them to split it based on that. The Warrior Light did everything, you know? The Warrior Light ran this dungeon, Warrior Light ran that dungeon. There's no need to, like, subdivide based on types of Warrior of Light. There's no Champions of Azeroth this, Champions of Azeroth that. Oh, like, there is Champions of Azeroth this, Champions Warrior that. There's just Champion of Light. Warrior of Light, you know? Like, my Drum Karen can have run any dungeon, done any raid, and following the story, he's done them all. While here in WoW, like, you may have done all the dungeons, but canonically speaking, some of those quests were Horde only. Some of those quests were Alliance only. So what you've actually done is a complete unknown, till Blizzard decides it in their most recent retcon. It's really fucking frustrating. So yeah, I'm a big story person. I like story. I like to know the inner workings of the world, like what's happening in it, and like what my character is getting up to, what other characters are getting up to in it. So being told that, oh yeah, you know that quest you did, it didn't happen, just is kind of annoying. Or someone else did it, or whatever. It's kind of annoying. Like there's a troll over there in ZG, and you get a quest. Alliance Horde both get it. You get a quest to go in there and kill him, and you kill him and turn the quest in. He's alive in Takata, and then he's alive post Kata in a novel. So even when you get to the Kata version of the quest, he's still alive. Like, you turn in the Kata version of the quest, he's still alive. He didn't die. You've done 2 hits on him and he survived being decapitated both times. Because they never happened. Apparently. Unless they're retconning those novels out. Like, it's cool that Blizzard has tons of different writers working for them. It seems like it's almost like a freelance thing. That's cool. you know, it's giving you know, writers opportunities. Maybe they could find a thing here, you know, that works for them. But you know, it's getting gigs out there. Yeah, it's cool. But I think they need better writing control over what people write. Because if they don't want something as canon, then they shouldn't be putting it out as canon. And if they've wrote stuff, they shouldn't be so eager to retcon things. Like, if they passed it before, they shouldn't be so eager to declare it non-canon. Like, they changed stuff in Warcraft 3, in the Frozen Throne DLC with Rexar. Rexar went about trying to recruit the orcs in a particular manner. And then they've recently retconned that in a chronicle, saying he went about it in a different way. One says that he tried to recruit the orcs into the Horde War with the Alliance, and then joined. But then the other says that he joined to try to recruit them, then got backstabbed or something. Like, they changed it around, and basically he handled it differently. I was worried it was going to drop me off there. So, like, they twisted things around, and they added something, I think. Or, I can't remember what it was, but like, they're constantly retconning things, and it is kind of frustrating. It'd be nice to actually play the game and be able to actually accept what you see as canon, what the storyline is, you know? Like I said, I kind of do get why they do it for the Horde Alliance divide, saying that one faction did one thing, one faction did the other thing. But at the same time, when you're playing a game and going through the story, it sucks to be turned around and said, oh yeah, you never did that. But I did this quest, and I ran that dungeon like 7 times. Yeah, you didn't do that. That sucks. Like, I get why they do it, but it still fucking sucks. Oh, dinner. I guess it was being called. How the fuck do I pause this? Oh, folks, it's been a while. And, of course. Reopening it through the launcher. So, hey folks, I'm back at last. I feel like I'm kind of missing out on not playing the new expansion. It's out today. It's... God damn, this game does look different with, you know, daylight mode off. God damn, I wonder what other games have been tainted by it. Like, Nightlight. I thought Nightlight didn't apply to games. I remember, like, eyeballing it before and thinking, oh, this didn't apply to games. It's only selective to non-game entities. Well, no, it did affect the game. So anyway. Yeah, it's been a while. So what was I saying when I was here last? Oh, yes. So yeah. I get why they split the lore. Like, okay, someone's new after joining. One sec. Just have to say welcome. Feels rude not to. So, like, I get why they split the lore, but it's annoying to, like, I like to know, like, what my character has done and the journey, his story. But it's hard to know that when they randomly split things. Like, it doesn't make sense for, say, you know, the Surmar dungeons to be factionally split. Because to follow the Surmar storyline, they send you into both of the dungeons. But canonically, you couldn't have actually completed their storyline because, as a Horde, you only canonically beat one of the dungeons. The Alliance beat the other dungeon. So I guess together you free Surmar, but it's not structured that way. They don't say, your Horde enemies, they did this thing, or your Alliance enemies did this. They just said, you did this, you did this, you did that. They don't structure it in the idea of it. If the game was actually acknowledging of it and structured with that in mind, a ton of people turned out to welcome them, the new person, and they're like, never had so many welcomes before. Teary face. But you know, if the game was structured with that in mind, that would be something, but the game isn't. Like, okay, here with the Rend quest line, we like only the Horde get the quest to fight Rend. Fair enough. You know, fine. But then, like, you look at Legion with Surmar, they divided that on faction with no reason to do so. It's not like only one faction got that quest. It was a third faction, you know, it was a secondary, you know, it was another group altogether. That's what was going on. So it's, you know, it doesn't make sense there. I'll just check over here. The vendor can sell potion recipe. But, I don't know how much money I made there. Organis. But yeah, like, okay, you know, fine if the Horde ones have canonically killed Rend. Fine. At least they, you know, they had the quest, the one was with the quest for it. That's fair enough. But then, like, but Sormar, both factions got the same quest. It was a neutral quest, and yet, canonically, one has done one dungeon, the other's done the other. So even those aren't safe. So it's hard to know what your character's done, building their story in your mind, you know? It's hard to know what they've done. When anything and everything will be randomly retconned and decided, you know, which faction's done what. Even if they both could have done it. You know, reasonably done it. Like taking into account zones or quests, you know? So, yeah. So, yeah, I'm not a fan of it. As you can probably tell. If you can't tell, you may want to see a doctor. I spent like the last 30-40 minutes of my recording talking about this very thing. So yeah, basically I was wrong on the Ren the Black Hand thing. It was not as extreme as I thought. But there is still other examples of like weird continuity stuff. Like weird gameplay, story, divergence, and it's annoying. I'm not a fan. But, like I can kind of get why they do it, but then they do it in ways that don't make sense, you know? So it's just frustrating. It's hard to get into a game when it's like, okay, I did this dungeon. Apparently I didn't. You know, it's just a little frustrating. Like, I want to know, like, what my character's done, what my character's doing, their place in the world. Even in a general, like, Warrior of Light sort of way, you know? I'm not sure if that's phrasing it that way makes sense. Basically, like if I go do a quest chain, I want to know that I've actually done that quest chain, and that it's not just gonna be handed off to the other faction. Like if I'm doing stuff, I want it to actually be real, if you get me, you know. And if they were gonna do stuff like that, frame the game around that happening. You know, say like, you know, the other faction were able to get these supplies from the Court of Stars. They were able to clear that place out. And then you can run the dungeon yourself and see what they would have gotten up to. Framing it like that is much more palatable to me than making me believe I've done it myself and then just handing it off to them later on, you know? That just sucks. It's also weird to me that they delete the classic quests, bring in the revamped Searing Gorge, or Burning Steps, with a quest to go kill Rend that's neutral to both factions, and then declare this new quest non-canon, and the original quest that was there, the only canon, that Rend died back then. Like, what the hell was it? Excuse me. Feels weird not to have ore popping up on my map. Ah, it's over here. Every time I see that little thing spinning above it, I keep thinking it's the it's like a player. Okay, I can resist this, and pretty well, honestly. No, actually, I think all of this guy's abilities come with mana burn. The hell? I got a world core fragment back off the dude. I appreciate it. For a moment earlier, I thought that said like 40 something. You could probably check it in the recording. But yeah, the game looks different without the nightlight on. I really thought that was a selective thing or something. Maybe that was on a different PC. Jesus, I'm still wearing that? Fuck. Yeah, I need to go do dungeons, man. But now, 7.5. Yeah. So it was like 14. No, it's 15 seconds. Okay. Second more than I thought. I swear it's gone up. But anyway, what's this? So, halves the cooldown of Exorcism and Holy Rat. So, I thought it was Holy Shock or something. But no, it's Holy Rat. So, it's two abilities I can do. So, it halves the cooldown of this baby here to 30 seconds. It halves the cooldown of Exorcism and Holy Rat by 50%. Holy Rat can now be cast at any target and will stun undead and demons for 2 seconds. So it's basically an Exorcist for Holy Rat. And much like that... No, this is actually working. Awesome. I didn't read it. It kind of blurred it, so I thought it was, still the old version. But no, it works. the guilds up to Major Domo. I think they're on Heat 2 because a few people weren't available. Well, I'm done, so it's hard. God, the game's so much brighter. Wonder what you saw. You may have seen the game as it was. I'm not sure. Like, not as I would see, but as it should be.
I can't carry it.
Oh, jeez. 117 more. Delightful. Okay, let's see. I think I was just selling them at this to try and sell them off. It was close enough. So at least I can make back some money from it. I may just vendor this. Oh, nice. Some free action potions sold. 1, 2, 3. Jesus. My healing potions haven't sold. I'm gonna have to hold on to them. Well, the potion prices have dropped dramatically. And I can't fuck with that.
Looking for something specific?
Okay, that's fun.
See you later.
Some stuff is sold, which is certainly nice to see. Keep hoping the price will suddenly jack back up and I'll make the money I should be making. I'm thinking I may have to just sell this at whatever price they're going at now. Hmm. I don't know what to do next. Huh, this is over. I didn't realize it ended on the Tuesday. I thought it would end on the Wednesday. Maybe it ends on Tuesday because it does on the American side? Hmm. I was meaning to do editing today and never happened. So is often the case. I don't know what to do. Could always... I'm not sure. Could always go for the... Wait. Knife and soup sold. What in the goddamn? Oh, I listed some incorrectly. Ah, that is still there. Okay. I'm gonna stop for a bit. Hey folks, and I have returned. And I'm not sure if I have any idea what to do. Oh, well sold. Awesome. World Core Fragments sold. Awesome. The Jokey Elixir sold. Oh, Raggy's down. Awesome. think I'm gonna keep this around because it's nice to. It's kind of a cool cosmetic.
Light be with you. King's honor, friend. Careful.
God, I'm broke. You know, for all the hype of this, well, yeah, the stuff it turns into is worthless. Also, I never realized that was actually named after a WoW dev. I never realized they renamed them. Well, I remember that quest well from when I was a kid. The name really didn't stick with me. Unsurprising. It's been like 9 years. No. God, no, it's been more than that. It's been more than that. And that's the other character. Remember I was saying dude was here and got replaced? That's the one who replaced him. Actually, I'm curious about something. Let me just see Discord, actually. I think they're probably doing Nixia. Which I still don't have the achievement for, so... I wonder if I could fish. It'd be nice if I could just, like, you know, interact. Argent Dawn. Just curious what's in here. Nothing. Not even a lore book. Though I do remember... No. A Scarlet Crusade NPC does turn up in here at some point. I just don't remember where. I always thought there was a way down on the right side. There is over here.
Hey there. Have a good one.
Yes, here he is. Oh, Mr. Crowley.
Well met.
My brother in arms, Brother Anton, heard rumors of an undead infestation in Kalimdor, in distant Kalimdor, in a land known as Desolus. Anton immediately booked passage to that place to seek and destroy the undead menace. He is looking for those with the bravery and resolve to aid him. If your heart is true, then speak with Anton. He's in Desolus, in the lion's town of Nigel's Point.
For the Alliance.
Oh, Mr. Crowley, do you speak with the dead? God, that's concerning. Um, I'm not sure if you could hear it, but could you hear a noise there? But from above. It was distant. It sounded a bit different. But it's kind of just a single, like, tap sound. Yeah. That was quite likely the leak right above my head in the attic. There's a slate after moving, and we had a handyman doing some odd jobs for us. And he suddenly just fell off the planet 6 months ago. And he stopped responding to our. He screwed us around for a while, then stopped responding to our messages, and he never called back. And we've been kind of stuck for getting anyone to do any jobs for us since. And then money got tight. And the leak up there has gone unresolved. And it's right above my head. And there's already cracks in the ceiling from the previous leak. We couldn't get anyone to come and sort them either. So, yeah. I thought I felt something hit my hand there. But I'm constantly, like, feeling stuff hit me, you know? I'm constantly, like, feeling things. So, it's probably just me being paranoid. I'm just now having an anxiety attack about it. Pay me no heed. In the light, sanctified area, the light suffuses displays calming your thoughts. Your meditation expanding your mind is expanded by your meditation, granting you the clarity for new spells from memories found throughout the world. But if you want to help with the leak, what you can do is like and share my videos. You can subscribe, that kind of thing. If my channel gets well known enough, then I could justify, say, opening a Patreon. You can give me money. I can turn, if I get 1,000 subs, I can turn on monetization. I can unlock that again. I had it before. But because of that one fuck going to Japan and recording a corpse and harassing the people of Japan, YouTube punished him. The person with probably over 1 million subs at that point. They punished him by raising the minimum requirement to have monetization from 100 to 1,000 subs. That certainly showed the guy that had, at the very least, over 100,000 subs, if not many more, what for. So, yeah. You can see it, folks. I sound a bit better. I am. Horse. Okay, I think I might go do some PvP. $15? I thought it was 10. No, maybe it was 15.
What can I do for you? Keep your feet on the ground.
Maybe I should run some of the other ones. Given what Bolivar is doing here, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised he ended up becoming the friggin' Lich King. He's the fucking god of death. Stables empty. Must provide a cavalry with suitable mounts. Stormpike stables request your assistance. But yeah, if you want to help out, just like liking the video, sharing, subscribing helps. Or you may think, like, how does that fix the ceiling? It in of itself doesn't. It doesn't fix the ceiling whatsoever. You're right, but it does. If my channel gets larger, I might get a sponsorship. I might put out a sponsored video. I might be able to do that. You know, I get more opportunities to make money, basically. So it's rather than you just giving me money, it's more of a grander thing. Plus, it also gives me, I would feel more justified in opening something like a Patreon. So. Where should I go? Part of me feels like I need to head over. I'm watching you. Part of me feels I need to head over to that place and grab some quests, or head up to the mine and try and clear that out. But we'll just head down this way. I would like if I could stop stopping and starting so much. If I could just focus on a set and just have a single solid session, that would be magnificent. The amount of times I've stopped and started is so fucking annoying. It slows down the editing, it slows down getting work done, It's tedious. And the longer it takes me to edit up one thing, less time I can spend on working on other things. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Come on. Honestly, looks like one of them almost had the Paladin tank relic. He said time to AFK and immediately left. The Horde went for the longer fight. Oh no. I don't know what to do, honestly. Jesus.
Bring their bones.
So many people leaving.
Attack that target.
The tank that I tried to help there has left. Damn. They hit me harder than expected. Yeah, see, 43.
Here there. Up with it. Interested you on the fight? Be good. Watch your neck.
What brings you here? Illumined like your path. Goddess bless you. Asha Kala. May the stars guide you. Go
Awesome, free action potions are selling.
Vishnu Galde. Goddess watch over you.
Ishnuala.
Peace be with you. Illumined like your path.
Nah, I'll need 2 of them. Every bit.
talk to me. Very good.
Ooh, awesome. Grilled squid is selling. Heard someone getting charged. Thinking it's not a pre-made. It mightn't be. There may be a pre-made within it, but it's not an entire pre-made.
Destroy them.
Damn. Their first boss is still alive. Wasn't there two of them?
It's too far away.
Woo. Got a buddy. Please don't be. Pay me no heed. Pay me no heed. I'm just a poor boy from a poor family. Oh damn, that's nice.
I need to get closer. I can't cast it. That's still in charge. That's dead. I can't cast that yet. It's still in charge.
See, my mana just disappeared there. To see some sort of mana drain. Might do. Seems to be doing something else. The guild. They did Molten Core earlier, and with the possibility of Onyxia, depending on how it goes.
I can't cast that yet.
Maybe I'll leave. So they'll borrow me from this for 15 minutes. Yeah, we'll join in. so close. Okay, I can't see Peter Bro without seeing Peter Turbo, which is people's nickname for Portarabo of Warhammer 40k. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I may just leave. Also, a moment ago, you may have heard the dink again. Again, it's right above my bed. There's a storm going on outside. And yeah, that's what I get to hear. Someone's joined the guild, but I can't tell if they're new or seemingly new. Maybe. I'll welcome all the same. Yeah, I am tempted in leaving. I feel like it's the only way I'm going to be able to do anything.
Interest you on a pint? Up with you.
Like, we're just gonna be stuck here in a stalemate and grinded. So close. Five more.
I'm out of range. I can't pass. It's too far away. That's better.
And dead. Oh, they're doing Jurgos as well. Shit, I'd have loved to hit him up. I was so awkward joining since I can't do, say, like normally they do Anixia and a Jurgos and Kazakh all in one thing, so I feel awkward joining at all since I can't do Anixia. I hate how people can resist stuns. Never seems to work for me. How do I leave a battleground?